Periscope's letting me know that you are indeed live, even though I had to do the tech stuff on this one. So here we go, 19-10. Really, playoff unders are dead. The Grand Salami's going to hit. Everybody, big drive. Big
Grand Salami. You think it's over on this? Come on.
I'm teasing. Well, I mean, I think it was right around 200. So, yeah, we have 3 more games, I know, for that. But, yeah, the first half under, you were blessed with a missed extra point, and then there was 10 more points scored after that anyway. It didn't matter. You needed 3. Yeah, big drive. Big drive by the Rams when they looked dead at times. Goff had some nice throws. They just weren't piecing it together, so massive drive scoring there. If they would have stalled, even if Green Bay had not have scored, and it ended up being just 16-3 there at half, we would have had some trouble there because it would have been Green Bay getting the ball out of half, up by 2 scores. Missed extra point maybe come into play here, although now it's a 9-point game, which is always a weird thing. Not sure how many 9-point halftime leads we have. What did you see there, Drew?
I have a little bit of an appetite getting involved in the Rams now. I would have rather it had ended 16-3 and then get down on the Rams, but I don't hate the way they're moving the ball. I think the Green Bay defense is a little overrated by the market in general. Goff is not having any issues with the weather with the thumb, as far as I can tell you. Cam Akers looks a little lively. I think Sean McVay makes the right tweaks, and we look for the Rams to get inside the number here in the second half.
I like people are commenting on your Zoom back. Is that a security camera right behind your head, or what is that?
It definitely is a security camera right behind my head. Yeah,
you gotta keep an eye on people's yachts. I think the sea may be silent. So I'm looking for second half lines. Let's get them up. Get them up. I bet at WinBet today. Not personally, but I had someone help me out to bet in Colorado, so might have to head out there and collect my money after the Ravens win. All right, second half lines, we have Green Bay minus, and this is where we're at. Green Bay -2, 22.5 for a total. Juiced a little bit to the over, and Green Bay slightly juiced on the -2. I'm going to check another book here quick to see what we have, but I'm guessing we haven't had a huge disagreement on from one book to the other on here. I guess I'm going to have to go live on the Rams here.
So what do you think, though, about Green Bay getting the ball first and the Rams stopping them out of halftime? Or do you think Green Bay – I mean, because Green Bay offense clearly looks like they've found their form, right? I mean, we are 2 third and goal conversions away from a pretty less than expected performance out of them so far. But they're clicking, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, and it's like what Dr. Eric says sometimes about the Steelers and certain other teams. He says they have to cross the ball 100 times to get across, or they cross the street 100 times. And while it's not the same as the Steelers, they're throwing a little more downfield. It has been a lot of, obviously we got out of a 3rd and 7 situation with a bad penalty by Aaron Donald grabbing the headline, the face mask there. I think they would have just left that alone if he hadn't grabbed the face mask. If they were just, pounding on each other and, just a little bit of an argument after the play, but they weren't going to let him get away with that. So that was tough. And then just the miscommunication in coverage. They did a nice job on the other drive that ended in a field goal down in the red zone. Some nice coverage. Like, again, I said this to somebody earlier, kudos to that linebacker for the coverage on the 3rd and goal. So, yeah, that both teams have looked sharp on offense. I'm tempted. If you like Rams, team totals around 10. I'm not liking that you're getting like just +2.5. I guess in a case where they go punch for punch, that's how you win one of these second halves. You got to think about these numbers differently when it is the second half. It's not a full game spread.
What does this game? We've seen a lot of Packers, a lot of Rams in primetime this year. A lot of big games from these 2 teams. Are you drawing any, like, this reminds me of blank game?
Not a ton. There was, the Green Bay after the debacle with Indy was pretty good out of the half, where they'd come out and be aggressive out of the half. So maybe we see a little of that. I'm actually just tempted. 22.5 feels a touch low. And I don't know if maybe I'm just jaded by how that first half went. But if you want to say, let's say Goff hits their team total, or just right on it, 10 points. Are we saying Green Bay can't get 13?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the over.
I think I'm just sold on this over right now. The way I think the lines were a little low. The weather was keeping things low. The thumb injury was keeping things low. So I'm fine with just probably just 23.
All of that out the window. Let's do the over.
And it is 20. It's 23 now, but I'm fine with that. So I can get a 23 minus 10 at the book I have pulled up. I'll put that up in a banner because I don't think you're doing anything of the sorts from your phone out on up here. Where are you right now? Why don't you tell me what marina that is? Just Long Beach, right? I don't know if you can hear me. You're muted. Play something on your pianos.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, not making a play is okay. It is. We say that a lot. We say that like this isn't one we love. This isn't something I'm in love with. But if I had to play something, I'd play this. If you have some live props, I think you can find some stuff there.
I mean, this whole weekend feels like that, right?
Yeah. I think there's definitely something to be said for possibly getting involved in the Rams after this Green Bay score. Like if you want to keep an eye on that. If Green Bay does march down the field it ends up, just punching it in. You could get Rams. Essentially, it would be, plus 2.5 right now is plus 11.5. So if you get Rams on the other side of 14, I think that's what you could end up getting for a live look if Green Bay does punch this in. I'm hoping Green Bay punches this in.
Yeah,
how this goes.
What do you think of the effectiveness of the Green Bay rushing attack in this game? It looked very solid to me.
Not only solid, but all three guys, like Dylan Williams and honestly, I'm gonna have to look at the stats. Does Jones have the fewest? No, Dylan only has 17, but Williams 7 for 34, Jones 7 for 22, with Dylan 3 for 17, and Rodgers does have one scoring rush of 1 rush for 1 yard for 1 touchdown with a long of 1. It's up to 23.5. Well, I mean, that's good that it's moving. I guess shop around. I'm not sure if there's a huge difference. If you're going to play 23.5, see if you have a 24 somewhere. And yeah, I did forget everybody and their sister played Akers over rush yards. So I am cheering for him to rush more because I do know a lot of people on that. So hopefully he had a nice, that second to last drive, I believe it was, he had a few. So I don't think you spelled his name quite right, but
I mean they can't afford to go away from him. I mean they can't be one dimensional. They have to.
He's working.
Yeah.
Get it live. So over. Oh man, I forgot to put the banner up. Look at that. I'm dumb.
No, see,
banners up.
They have to keep rushing Akers because Green Bay Packers defense, if you are one-dimensional pass against them, they're going to find stops. They're a relatively decent pass defense. I hope that Sean McVay doesn't go away from that. I doubt that he will. He's a smart guy. This should be a nice, good, efficient offensive half for them. I think if they can get a couple of stops, they can still. I guess. What is your opinion on the final? Who wins against the spread? Against the closing number, do you think the Rams still have a chance to get inside 6.5?
Just seeing where it's sitting on a 9, I think there's a pretty decent chance of it because of, let's see these teams go score for score in the second half. They each score 10 points. Green Bay's up 9 late. It could get pretty soft at the end, if you know what I mean, as far as them getting inside the 6.5 with a field goal or a touchdown. If they do end up remaining down by 9, I guess we won't make any speculation about how 2-point conversions will go.
I was just going to make some speculation. I was just going to say Rams definitely go for 2 every time they score a touchdown, right?
I guess. It gets you with it. What's the difference between being down 2 or 1? You're down 9 points. I wouldn't go for it. You miss it, you're down 3. I would kick the extra point. for sure. Like, right, you're down 1 or you're down 2, right? That's what you want to do there. So every time we speculate about 2-point conversions, we're so dead wrong. So I'm gonna let that one fly. I'm gonna pretend like your mic didn't work there. Devontae Adams first touchdown score. I don't know why I play anything else. I'm not sure why I even make an attempt at any of these other long shots. That's like 9 out of 17 games or something for him now.
It's so chalk at this point. It's not even worth playing that market otherwise.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, maybe if Green Bay scores and they're up 16, maybe you get your way. If they're looking end game there to try to score 8 twice, that's a thing. Somebody in the chat, Mr. Southpaw Hack, is doing math for us. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
That's what I was thinking.
It's me doing my Jennifer Lawrence, Jeff there. So you'd be in the boiler room grinding it away. No, you're out at the beach. I'll do one from outdoors today too, just to kind of compare what the outdoors look like in Minnesota compared to the Long Beach shore there. It's actually super nice here. We got a snowstorm, but it's still super nice in Minnesota. As nice as it gets this time of year. So I'm happy that it's warm out. Baylor getting it done versus Texas Tech late, it looks like. A lot of people bet that game. Everybody had an opinion on that game. Second half game from the boat for sure. Minnesota. Convenient, Mike. Yeah, we need that. So are we in overtime yet, or are they doing these long half times? I'm checking right now. Oh, shit, there's NBA on right now, too? We probably won't do a super long overtime just because
I was gonna say we go under time. I'm about to bounce. I'll see you at the halftime of the most important game of the whole season. Baltimore Ravens against the mighty Buffalo Bills. How are you feeling about that one?
I did free bet Ravens straight up plus 130. Can't lose because it's a risk-free bet over at our WinBet partners. You have like 5 days left. I got a few sweatshirt DMs today, so good for you guys getting your free shit. That's awesome. We'll mail those out here soon.
Even better than good for you. Thank you for supporting the pod, being friends of the podcast.
Thank you for being a friend. First touchdown scorer in that game. I know. I took a lot of small favorites.
It's probably gonna be Mark Andrews. It feels like a Mark
Andrews, Dobbins. I can't even remember. Maybe both quarterbacks are under 10-1 because they're running quarterbacks. Knox. I had Knox or Dobbins anytime. I had Knox last time out when he dropped that in the corner of the end zone. I was very upset with him. So I don't know if I can play Knox. I'll probably put a couple bucks on each quarterback because I ended up playing a little bit on Devontae, and he got it done for us. So I'm just going to keep rolling that over. Drew, put your hat on. Actually, put your hat on before we go. Look at Panama Jack here.
Shade. It's a lot of shade on the face, which is important this time of year because, as you can tell, it's quite sunny. And it is literally like summer. It's wild how hot it is here. I really can't believe it. I don't think this is going to last, but I'll take it while we got it.
I dig it. Yeah, so no overtime today because Drew needs to go tan his cheeks on the beach. And I'm going to go get some work done and watch the second half. Like we said, we'll do the second one. I'll go out on the boat because I'm going to go home and watch the rest of that game. But, yeah, good luck to us. 23, 24, 28 points. Maybe a Knob Creek halftime. Actually, I can't find the right damn one. Knob Creek halftime. My wife wants me to pick up some beer before I head home, but I will be getting into the warm stuff, the warm brown stuff. Not like Odell Beckham does. The whiskey is what I mean. So until tomorrow or tonight, we'll see you in like 4 hours.
That was a little off the cuff. Yeah,
gross. Yeah, that was like a diarrhea joke.
Yeah.
Gross. All right. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Second half over. Love it.
All right, let's go Ravens. Let's go Ravens. Let's get points and let's get a Ravens performance that we can be proud of. Right? Now or never, guys. So. This is your year. Let's go.
It's now or never. Should I play the song?
You see the one that goes end? The one that says ending is the one, not the opening.
I know, but they're in the wrong order. It bothers me.
Yeah, well, yeah. Can't believe what a day it is here. It's like I think yesterday we got up to 80. Today not quite 80, but like really,
If she ain't 80.
I can't believe.